Hello, hello, hello. I told you today I would be back. Nobody believed me. I'm back. Yes, I am. I am back and I am sharing. I just have one more place to share this, guys. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. Hi Christine, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for saying something. Yeah, cool. So hey, I'm gonna try to watch this chat at the same time. Um, I have had with this big sale that we're having right now, which our company never does, never does this thing. This is the first time ever that they've not only given clients 12% off, but they also have given the unfranchised business owner 12% off, which is unheard of. You normally don't give your reps or consultants that discount also, right? But they have, and we have this discount going on until January 7th. But here has been the big question, and I was hit by this today by a few people. So I said, you know what? The way to do this is to absolutely just share it. And if it runs across your feed, I have to believe it was meant to. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Or if you're not interested, that's okay too. But a lot of people, I did have a good Christmas, Christine. I hope you did too. Um, but a lot of people, they see a lot of things that I share, whether I'm sharing beauty or skincare or wellness or whatever. And I realized it just like me in the beginning when I started, it was like overwhelming. Number one, I didn't even realize that I didn't really feel good. I didn't realize that my body was going to hell in a handbag, for lack of a better word, right? Or phrase. So I thought what I would do, because you know what, people, I let, hey, Janae, good to see you, honey. My girl Janae just hit executive coordinator. Yay! So proud of her and their team. Um, and what's great about this business is everything that she does helps everybody else. So, yeah, that's a whole nother story. So I thought what I would do is maybe start at the beginning and tell you what happened with me and what I was going through and what I felt, and then share what I was taking. Because what if you're feeling the same thing? What if you're experiencing the same thing? But when you go to somebody's site and you see 50 million products, you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to take. And even when you take our amazing 60-second health quiz, wellness quiz, the skincare quiz, whatever it is, you're still like, but I don't know where to start, right? I get that. And I thought, I kind of felt overwhelmed like that every time I heard about something. Oh, do I need that? Oh, do I need that? Oh, well, I kind of feel that way. Is that what I need? So, what I wanted to do is kind of touch on each category. And I wanted to let you know, look, I am not some expert. I am not a health or a beauty expert. But what I am is a user of the product. What I am is somebody who feels better in the last 18 months, 20 months. And what I am is somebody who now feels better about herself all the way around, mentally, physically, spiritually, the whole kick and caboodle, than I did even 10 years ago. That doesn't come easy, right? You would think. But yet it really did start so easy. One of the first things I learned, and look, and I wrote down a couple of things because I didn't want to forget. Like I really need you to know this. I dug deep. This doesn't all come like something from the company. This is a righteous, real talk, Mama Molly moment where whether what I'm saying is right or not, or whether it's proper etiquette or not, like I'm one for proper etiquette, right? I am going to tell you what has helped me. And I'm going to tell you what it helped me with. And I'm going to tell you what I started feeling and why would I invest in something that definitely was more pricey than anything I was taking or using before. What would make me want to do that? Well, in the end, it has to be results, right? It has to be results. It has to be, what were you feeling? And Molly, what are you feeling now? Well, now I feel better at 62 than I felt in my 40s. And if I'm not too crazy, maybe even my 30s. Because this is what I believe. I believe that you get so used to feeling what you feel or what you've always felt, and the way things just creep up on you. You know, it's not just, oh, you get sick and that's it. Or it's not just, oh, you're tired and that's it. It's like it creeps up on you like a bad habit, right? And before you know it, what you're feeling, you think that's normal. I'm talking to myself right now. I thought that was normal. So I would be not a good friend, not a good family member, not a good person to follow if I could not come on here without being the quote unquote expert. And believe me, I've listened and are friends now with many of them. But this is not about being an expert. This is about, I am watching so many people out there who are sick. I am watching so many people out there who have the flu, who say that they have gut issues, who say that their stomach hurts, they always have acid reflux, who say that their face is always breaking out, who says that they have brain fog all the time. There are just people who need something, but they're just not sure what they need. And by the way, nobody wants anything that has to be complicated, right? Because we all know how easy it is, right? To make complicated work. Complicated doesn't work for me at all. Backstory, most of you know it, but here's the cliff notes. I've always had to appear happy, even when I wasn't happy. Because life for me was always about everybody else. If everybody else was happy, that would make me happy. If everybody else was taken care of, that would make me feel complete, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it is when that's the only reason that you feel like you have for living. That you don't care for yourself, that you don't think that you're worthy, that there isn't something, like you just settle for anything that's thrown your way. Somebody can treat you wrong and you just take it. Somebody says something that's hurtful and ha ha ha, you laugh it off too. You know, I had to come to terms a long time ago that, there will always be somebody prettier. There will always be somebody thinner. There will always be somebody who is smarter. That's not hard for me. There will always be somebody who is probably closer to God. There will always be somebody who seems like they have more. There'll always be somebody who has more money. Always be somebody who's more successful. Always be somebody who's braver, right? But you can only control what you can control. That's the truth. But what if? What if you didn't have to just settle? What if you really could feel better at any age? At any age right now. I don't care if you're 23 watching this. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 80. I don't care if you're in your 60s like me. What if? What if one change could lead you to many changes that happen so gradually that it becomes a habit. What if? I was in a really dark place when I found Market America. I was very unsettled. Um, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to stay in the industry at all. I had a very, very bad taste in my mouth with what was going on with my previous company. And I just wasn't sure. But you know what? The thing that was presented to me was the easiest thing. Somebody looked at me and they said, do you feel tired? Do you feel like you don't have any energy? Do you feel like you want to sleep in the middle of the day? Do you feel like you can't keep two thoughts together? Do you feel like you are always on the edge of depression? Do you feel like life just never goes right? And I was there. I was there. See, if somebody told me that I could take something that would make things better in my life, if it would make me feel better, if it would make my body pull its crap together so that I could be better, if they told me, you take this and better is going to come, like the magic potion, I thought, wow, that would really be great. But you know me, I was skeptical. Would it really? And the only thing I had to commit to was taking it, making myself a priority, buying it, and taking it. Because you know what? When you've got something and you don't use it, it's useless. Oh, I've got the best treadmill in the world. Guess what? I don't care how expensive it is if you're not getting on it. I have got, this vehicle I have, it is like it's the most expensive. It's great. If you don't change the oil, if you don't put gas in it, it ain't going nowhere, honey. People always talk about how they want to feel and if they want to feel better and if they want to do better. And you know what? It's really hard to be better when you don't feel better. I didn't know that. I was so used to going and running on empty, fighting the battles, doing whatever, feeling like I was always on E, putting just enough gas in the tank to get me to the next battle, the next argument, the next win, the next this, and yet my body was just absolutely rebelling against me. There were circles under my eyes. My eyes were puffy. And there were all the things going on that I was just covering up with a little bit more concealer. Acid reflux. Stomach always upset. Always felt like I was in the bathroom. My body was rebelling on me because of how I was treating it and because of what I wasn't giving it. But I knew nothing about that. All I knew was I was getting older and I started accepting that. I mean, seriously, are you there? Do you feel like you just constantly accept where you are? Well, this is how it is, so I guess this is what I've got to deal with. If you know a car is going to hit you, it might grab you the first time. Are you going to jump out of the road the second time it comes for you? You're going to stand there and say, oh, well, it hit me once. It's going to hit me twice now. Ridiculous, right? But isn't that how we treat ourselves? Look, I'm not going to come in here and talk to you about, I'm not going to talk to you about changing all your eating habits. I'm not going to talk to you about getting out and walking 5 miles. I'm not going to talk to you about all these things you need to change. Because you know what I wish I had learned sooner? That had my body been feeling better, the other things would have shown up one thing at a time. But my body was rebelling because it didn't have what it needed. I wonder sometimes, even now, where I would be 18 months ago had I not made a change. And here's the truth. And look, whether you're watching this live or you watch this on replay, it doesn't matter to me because, again, any message I have, the people who are supposed to see it, the people who are supposed to watch it, they're going to show up. So, in reality, hey, Susan, good to see you, honey. Love you so much, Susan. We need to talk, girl. We do. We need to talk. We need to catch up. I have been a settler for too long. You know, it's amazing to me. In business, I wouldn't settle. In business, I was always pushing. And then suddenly something changed and I was starting to settle there too. And you know what happens? You start to settle for some things and it starts to creep in every other part of your life. It starts creeping. And before you know it, you're just somebody that anybody can walk over. You're just somebody that anybody can take advantage of. And you think that your body doesn't react to that? I'm here to tell you, yes, it does. I'm not going to tell you that's true because it's what the doctors told me. I'm going to tell you it's true because it's what was happening to me. And all I had to do was figure out what was most important to me and try to make a change one thing at a time. There's a couple things that I figured out and I wish I had known years ago. And that is that your brain and your gut are connected. If you have a bad stomach, if you're that somebody who you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta take probiotics, I gotta do this. I take Alka-Seltzer all the time. I'm on Prilosec. I'm eating the Tums all the time. Come here, Pepto. If you're somebody, look, your gut is sick. And your gut is in charge of everything. You're like, get the heck out of here. Look, I said, what do you mean my stomach's in charge of everything? Like, I get it. There's more of it than there should have been, especially at that time. But what do you mean? Because your stomach is made to communicate with your brain. And when your gut's not feeling good, guess what it's going to affect? It's going to affect your brain. So I'm like, wait a minute. So what you're telling me is when I have these moments where all I want to do is fall asleep, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I've had plenty of, I'm going to fall asleep. You're telling me that has to do with my gut? They said, absolutely, it has to do with your gut. And they said, Molly, I can see the circles under your eyes. I can see the dullness in your skin. I can see that you are lacking in things your body used to be able to get as a child in all our foods and all our vegetables. But Molly, what if I could give you something and within 3 to 5 days, what if you felt a difference? Well, what do you mean? What kind of a difference? Molly, what if you suddenly felt more energy? Molly, what if you started sleeping a little bit better? Molly, what if you were able to put down all those supplements in pill form that you've been taking, the magnesium, the vitamin C, tripling it up, this, that, on and on, zinc, this. I could go on and on and on. I mean, I had to have 2 freaking pill containers. Are you kidding? 2 pill containers to hold what I was doing. And what if I could get what I needed for a next level experience for my health so that I could be a better person? What if it could happen with just a pack? Molly, what if we put everything in here that you need, Molly? And you just simply take this packet, and Molly, we're going to make it easy for you because we're going to put 30 in. We're going to put 30 of these in a box. You're going to take one of these bad boys, Molly, and you're going to rip it open. You're going to pour it into a glass. Yeah, you're going to put, 6 to 8 ounces of water in it. You're going to mix that bad boy up. And I'm like, oh, that's great. So what's it taste like? Sewage water? Come on, bring it. Bring it. What is sewage water? No, Molly. No. Actually, it tastes good. Well, it must be because it's loaded with sugar then, because I know, because I am the baker, I am the cooker. So I'm going to tell you. It's got, no, Molly. No, Molly. It's not. Molly, what if it's equal to the sugar from 2 grapes? 4 grapes, 6 grapes. Molly, do you think you're doing your body wrong if you are eating 6 to 8 grapes? No, I don't think I am. I wouldn't think so. I think my doctor would be okay with that too. Molly, what if you could take something called Daily Essentials? And just what if it started making you feel not more like you, because Molly, you don't even know what more like you feels like. But what if you could feel better than you feel now? And the longer you're on it, Molly, your body, your gut is going to respond. And all you got to do is take this in the morning. Drink it. What if, Molly? Well, I got to tell you something. If anything could have made me feel better than I was feeling 18 months ago, like there was something laying on my chest, that I couldn't keep 2 thoughts together, that I was tired all the time, and when I did sleep, I didn't sleep good. Hey, if anything could, I'm here for it. You know what? My dad used to have this really bad saying. He said, I will, he says, I will watch or do anything at least once, and twice if I like it, right? And I thought, well, what do I have to lose? So I did. Tasted good. Tasted like berry drink. Matter of fact, I wanted to throw a couple of ice cubes in it. Just sip on it all day, but that's not how you're supposed to do it. And I drank it up. And because it has OPC3, you don't need to know all about what that is. And I don't want to bore you with the details, so I'm not going to. But I'm going to tell you why it's worked for me. OPC3. Greatest antioxidant ever out there. Beautiful multivitamin in this, in a powder form. Activated B complex, B12, B6, B3, all your Bs right here. All you people running out getting B12 shots, aren't you tired of that? I don't like shots, just saying. Calcium plus, all of you, your doctors are saying your bone density is bad. Your calcium levels are off. What freaking if? What if? This little packet here, this is what I wrote down for you. It covers everyday nutritional gaps in your life. When you can't eat good, when you got to hit McDonald's, you know it's not good for you. You know you didn't eat. You worked all the way through. You worked through lunch. You had 2 sodas. You had all of the stuff, right, that you weren't supposed to have. This covers it. Even with a balanced diet, do you know that most people fall short of the key vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and things that their body needs in order to keep it going how it should be going? But this has the foundational nutrients that my body needs every single day. It covers multivitamins, antioxidants, heart support nutrients, omegas, giving broad support for overall wellness in one convenient packet. And what if you're running late and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't take it? This is what's great. You just grab the packet and you take it with you, or keep a couple in your desk, or keep a packet in your purse. They told me 3 to 5 days. On day 3, I honestly thought, there's no way. There's no freaking way. There is no freaking way that I am still sitting at my desk or door dashing or whatever I was doing on that day. And I was suddenly not tired, wanting to go home and just sit and take a nap. Day 3. I thought, this has got to be in my head. I didn't want to believe it. But this was it. This was it. This is where it started. They have things like this, daily essentials. This is where somebody says, Molly, where do I start? What kind of a multivitamin are you taking? And when people tell them, oh, you feel good because you're taking that Centrum, that one a day, that pill that you spent so much for at GNC, you ordered off of Amazon or you ordered off of TikTok because you knew it was going to be great. Let me tell you why it's not great. Because it's filled with binders and fillers. And as much as your body wants to absorb it, it's going to sit in your stomach and then your intestines, and then you're going to poop it out. And you'll be lucky to get 10% of what it should be giving you. It's not because it's not in there. It's because your body can't absorb it, because your stomach can't break it down in time. But when you take this, you get up to 95% absorption in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. How can I feel better? 5 freaking minutes. The truth is, you either want to be better, feel better, you want to stop getting sick, or how about this? If you do get sick, it doesn't last as long. How about this? If you do get sick, you don't end up in the hospital. How about if you do get sick, you don't have to spend 3, 4, 5 hours in an urgent care, because your symptoms are so bad, but here you are amongst all these 6 people, and they're all vitamin deficient, because they wouldn't be there if they weren't. I have been around all kinds of sick people, especially in the last 6 months. And the worst thing that happened to me, and I don't think the vitamin could protect me from it, and as you remember, I fell down and bumped my head, or bumped my face, as you remember. I was around neighbor kids that were sick. I was around family that was sick. I was around people in the grocery store who were sick. I was everywhere. And yet I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick. And if I felt myself getting sick, I don't know. It's weird. I didn't get it as bad. But I can honestly say that for months now, it's so great. Like, even when I came home, I felt myself getting something after Icon, which is our conference. And I thought, oh, what's going on? I wasn't getting a lot of rest, none of that. And so I was taking my isotonic, of course. And then while I was there, I had picked up this stuff called Immune. And I started taking this too. One little teeny capful, that little cap that's inside this cup. And within a few days, I was back on my feet with no need for meds, no need for a doctor's visit, no need to be stuck in an emergency room with a bunch of other people, because I just added something that was not going to hurt my body, that was not going to give me side effects. So where did I start? Guys, I started by giving my body what it lacks. Now, did this fix my stomach issues? No, it didn't. But I had to start somewhere. I wasn't gonna start exercising. Are you kidding me? I didn't feel like it. I wasn't going to eat lettuce all the time, because that's not who I am, and it's not going to happen, okay? So it's not. But I was all about feeling better. I was all about more energy. It was all about building my immune system. I was all about putting money towards something that was going to legit finally help me. I told Lee, I don't care. I don't care if I have to give up Starbucks. I don't care what I have to give up. I'm 62 years old and I'd like to live a lot longer than people I'm seeing, from Hollywood stars to everybody else and young kids who are dropping dead. I want to know that if something happens, it's not because I'm not taking care of myself. So, yeah, where did I start? You've got the first answer. I started with something that was simple. I took one packet. That's what I did. And within a week, it only got better. And next thing you know, I put Lee on one. And I didn't put Lee on the same thing. Lee's family has a lot of heart issues. They're running this family, and they have another a vitamin packet that is more for heart health and things like that. And so it's called anti-aging. And I put Lee on that. And yes, it is a little bit more expensive than this. But I felt like if I wanted my husband to have everything he needed with the genetic breakdown of what his family had been through and people who had passed from heart issues, I wanted him to stay healthy. It's weird how all of a sudden you don't think you're going to live forever. But I also didn't want to be on big pharma forever. I didn't want that. So, yeah. So Isotonics Daily Essentials, I need you to know that's where I started. And that's why I started, just so you know. Easy, convenient. Right now, you don't even have an excuse with the price. I don't want to hear about the price. If what you think you're doing for yourself, you're already putting money towards, and it's not making you feel better. If you honestly can't say, Molly, I don't get sick. Molly, I feel great. Look, if you're on something and you feel great, stay on it. I'm not trying to take you from what's working, but see, you forget, I follow your Facebook. I follow your posts. I hear about the kids who are sick. I know how my grandson used to be the kid who was sick in his daycare all the time. And because he takes the chewable OPC3 for kids, that boy, it's not that he never gets anything, but he's the kid who bounces right back a lot quicker because of, again, he's supplementing his body with something that was lacking. It's like, what's important to you? And what I'm really hoping that a lot of you get is that, one, it's never too late to take care of your body. I'm living proof because I should have been and I wasn't. But in 18, 20 months, I'm on my way to being my best me. My gut was completely tore up. More so that this little pill here, I kept one, Prilosec. I had been on Prilosec for 7 years, every single day, because I had the most tore up gut ever. I always had acid reflux. I always had indigestion. I didn't have a gallbladder. So tomatoes bothered me, but I love them, right? So every day I would take this little pill, where some people just took it when they had issues. 7 years. And then I was listening to the news one day and I heard that they had linked this little pill, this big pharma little pill, to dementia. And that the longer you're on it, not so good for you. That scared me so bad. And I thought, man, what do we have? And all they talked about was digestive enzymes. I found out because I didn't have a gallbladder, I should have been getting help. I was taking a probiotic. I wasn't taking a good one. And we're not going to talk about probiotics right now, but the point is I am taking one that actually is working. But isotonic digestive enzymes, I take this, and I used to just take it when my stomach was bothering me. And one of my team members said to me, who was actually a physician assistant, and she said to me, You know, Molly, you don't have a gallbladder. You should be taking digestive enzymes daily, not just when you're having issues. And you know, if you did that, you could probably get yourself off of that Prilosec. I went, what? She said, yeah. So I started taking one little capful, one of these, with 2 ounces of water every single day. I took it. And if I really had something that bothered my stomach, I took two of them. And within minutes, it would settle my stomach. Within minutes, it would quiet the acid reflux. Within minutes, it wasn't waking me up in the middle of the night with burning or my chest on fire. Maybe it's not you that needs it, but maybe you deal with a husband who has it, or a mom who has it, or somebody that all they do is chew Tums because, oh yeah, I had Tums. Man, by my bed, in my desk, in my purse, always. I was that person until I got this. Well, I have to tell you something. It took me a while. I didn't just take myself off the Prilosec. But now for going on I think it's 5 months, it could be longer. Could be 6 months. Yeah, because we're through December. I have been off Prilosec completely. Completely. A healthy gut helps your body break down food properly, absorb nutrients needed for your immune system, for your energy, overall wellness, because you know how it is when you're bloated, when your stomach's upset, man, it stops you. It stops you in your tracks, right? Digestive enzymes has taken that away because it plays a major role in my immune function. Because again, when your gut is sick, the rest of your body is not going to respond properly. A large portion of our whole immune system is located in the gut. So it needs to be balanced. And don't you overall want to feel better? And what if this could help you feel better? Mental clarity, balanced mood, because your gut controls that. Tell me how many people are still nice when your stomach's bothering you. When that customer comes and you're at your job, whatever, and your stomach is bothering you and everything, and you really want to be nice, but you want to throat punch them at the same time. Why? Because your stomach hurts and that's where your brain goes. You think it's not connected. Think about it the next time you experience those symptoms. Yeah. And then lately, I have really turned a lot of people onto this Ultimate Aloe. Yeah, I know. Aloe, mom used to treat it all the time. You know, the you'd burn yourself or you would go out and scrape up your knees and she'd grab a piece off the plant and squeeze it and put it, and you know what? It worked. It made it feel better. It helped it heal because aloe is so healing. But guess what? It can also help heal your gut. So gradually, when I found out I could feel better because I was taking the daily essentials, but then I found out that the digestive enzymes could start helping my stomach and my gut heal. And then I found out that aloe is the most soothing thing for your gut. And sometimes when I start to get a little indigestion because of something, I just take this cap off. Lee and I take a cap full of this every single night. But I'm telling you again, now this is strawberry kiwi. This is our favorite. I love the cran apple too. We put this in the refrigerator after we open it. And this is the best stuff. So I take my digestive enzymes, but I take this. It is the most soothing thing. Sometimes when I have an upset stomach, period, because my own fault, I eat something that I shouldn't be eating, right? I can go down, I can take this, and it makes everything right. And right now, the company is offering 12% off, but let me tell you what I've done to go one better. One better, the company is giving you 12% right from the get-go. But then I'm going to give you an additional 15%. That's 27% off anything that you feel that you need to make your life better. Where did it start for me? That's where it started with me. But I didn't buy it and put it in the cabinet. I didn't buy it and not take it. I didn't buy it and go, oh, okay, Molly said it helped her in 3 days, but I'm not quite feeling it yet, so forget it. I'm not. Why would you do that? Everybody is different. Everybody is different. But you either want to be better or feel better, have more energy. Don't you want to be better going forward than you are in this moment? I know very few people are like, oh yeah, the holidays are done, and let me tell you what happens. They're done, everybody's overeaten, they've gained 15 pounds, they feel like crap, this and that. Can I tell you something? The first time ever, I'm not that person. I cooked for both holidays. I ate the food, right? I ate my food, and y'all know my food. Yeah, you know. And this morning I got on the scale, and I did not want to because I knew we had just come off holiday. And I had lost 2 more pounds. Not because I sacrificed everything and didn't eat anything, didn't have the chocolate cake with cream cheese icing. I didn't have the dip that I love. I didn't have the churro mix. Dude, and you need that. You need that recipe for me if you don't have it. It's fabulous. Just saying. I know, squirrel moment. I did have it, but I had less of it. But I still didn't punish myself. But I have energy, and I couldn't wait to get back to working my business. And my brain is clear. And I put on a shirt today that when I bought it 2 years ago, I couldn't wear it because it was too tight. And now it fits. And I haven't even posted the pictures yet because I need to be brave and do that because you all see me here all the time. But legit products that change my life every day. Yes, there are more things that I have added as I've needed them. I don't want you to buy, invest in 50 products and 5 products and even 2 products. What I want you to do is decide that you love yourself enough that you will take the first step to giving your body what it needs so you can live a longer, happier, healthier life. That maybe for the first time next year you can visit Christmas and go, man, I feel great. I don't feel exhausted. I don't feel like I want to sleep for 3 days. Man, I'm here. I'm ready for it. I can't wait to help the next person because I had no clue that I could feel that way. I had no clue that getting older didn't mean you're going to put on that extra weight, Molly, and you're just going to keep putting it on, and you're going to go take big pharma drugs, and they're going to give you 100 side effects so they can give you more drugs. And Molly's, you can't get on the floor and play with your grandson anymore. Molly, you might need help getting off a couch. And Molly, you're going to get really just really, your breathing is going to be not so good, and you're not going to sleep worth a crap, Molly, because so much is wrong. And in the end, it wasn't medication I needed. It was that my body was lacking everything it freaking needed. Why wasn't I sleeping good? I was magnesium deficient. Your body doesn't produce magnesium. And when I started taking magnesium at night, my sleep became peaceful. That restless leg syndrome, the cramps in my legs, that all ended. And I wake up saying, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing me the things that let me sleep at night. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing something into my life when the world is sick with flu and they're fearful. That I am here with a solution that says, It doesn't have to be that bad. You can be better. But you've got to make the choice that you're worth it. You have got to make the choice that you deserve to feel your best. And stop letting a doctor throw another freaking pill down your throat that in 6 months you're going to go back because you have 3 more side effects and he's going to want to throw 3 more. Not to blame the doctors. That's how they're taught. I told you. It's not going to be technical with me. I don't do technical. And I don't talk about what I don't know about. But what I know is I am in the healthiest phase of my life. I look back at pictures of myself today. No lie. There are times when I lost weight and I lost weight the wrong way. I've never been a real thin girl and I never will be. And you know what? For the first time, I'm okay with that. Do you know why? Because I thought everything about being thin was I thought it was what would make me healthy. Be thin, Molly, and you'll be happy. Be thin, Molly, and you'll feel better. Be thin, Molly, and you won't have any you won't get sick. I'm sorry. I'm looking all around me. I got a whole bunch of thin people around me, and they sicker than anybody else I know. Oh my goodness. When are you going to decide that God meant for something better for you? And what if I was brought into your life to show you at 62, and I could show you people older than me that would run circles around me, but I'm working on it, that simply by investing in yourself and me making it easy, that even if you're on the other side of heaven now, you're closer to heaven now than you were, it could be some of the healthiest days of your life. What if? What if? Aren't you tired of saying, hey, can you help me out of the chair? Are you tired of the knees crackling? Are you tired of not wanting to do the steps? I have something for that. Are you tired of your gut destroying your mood, destroying the fact that you can't go anywhere because you'll be stuck on a toilet forever? Aren't you tired of it? What if there was something that is natural that could help you? You're going to be like me. You're going to be kicking yourself in the butt going, oh my goodness, why didn't I find this long? Why am I just finding this now? Oh, Molly, why weren't you talking to me 7 years ago? You don't think I wasn't saying that? Why didn't I know about these products? Why did I not know how badly my body was deficient of things that my almighty God said that I need? Vitamin D with K2. Come on now. Vitamin C, natural and the best kind to take. The things that I take, even the weight loss products that eventually I took, and no, I'm not talking to you about weight loss tonight. I'm not. Because I couldn't even think about losing weight because I felt like crap. You've got to not feel like crap before you can start worrying about losing weight. You got to care enough to want to supplement your body before you can worry about thinking like I did that being thin is going to just make everything better, because it does not. And you can still be unhealthy and be thin. So if you're that woman who has had somebody drill in your head that you want to take these weight loss products because, oh, that's all you need, I'm here to tell you that is not all you need. That is a supplement to something else. But if your body does not have the proper nutrients, you're still going to feel like crap. I told you this was not going to be doctor talk. You know I'm going to use crap. You know, because that's the only way I know how to get through to y'all and tell you, right? Yeah, Miss Kathy, tired of being tired. I was. I can mix it up in a cup and drink it and it will change what's going on in my freaking life that I'll get up and now at 62, I am walking 4 miles a day. And may I add, it's not as hard as it was 2 months ago. You all have heard me talk about Blood Hill. I used to get so mad at Lee. He would try to talk to me why I was going up Blood Hill. And I would go, stop it! Understand you cannot talk to me when I'm doing Blood Hill because I will die right here in the middle of the hill. And Lee was walking with me yesterday for the last 2 laps. And we were coming up Blood Hill. And when we hit the corner at the top, I realized I had just had a conversation with Lee going up the whole hill. All of a sudden, it seemed like it wasn't Blood Hill any longer. It was scabbed over and healing because my heart's beating better and my energy is better and my lungs are feeling healthier because they're getting things that they need, that it's been saying, feed me, Seymour, feed me, Seymour. But all I was doing was giving it potato chips, right? That was not the feed me it needed. There are so many things that can help you. And I was prepared tonight, and I'll come back. I'll come back maybe tomorrow and talk to you about the beauty and the skincare. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do that. But this is what I'm going to tell you. You can put makeup all over it. You can put skincare all over it. But baby, if your insides are not getting what it needs, if you're not supplementing your body, if you are not doing the things that, putting the things in your body that then give you the energy to do more, like walk, maybe it is just around the block like me. Maybe that is where you start. I talked to someone I love, and I'm not going to call her by name, but if she watches this, I don't think she's on here, but if she watches this, she'll know I'm talking to her, who is absolutely on this. And I've got it in text. She made a statement to me, and she said, I said, how are you doing with the daily essentials? And she says, do you know what's crazy? When I don't take it, I feel it. She says, I'm going to be more faithful. I'm going to take it every day. I'm not coming off that because I feel better when I take it. And then about a half an hour later, she texted me back and she said, hey, I just got back off a 15-minute walk with my dog. She said, thank you for the motivation and the inspiration. She said, let's talk next week. Maybe this is what I need. See, this is what we do. You want to know what I do? I don't just throw a freaking packet at you and go, here, take that, and that's it. I am here. I am here for your duration. You want to make your gut better? I am here to make sure this is what you needed. You want your gut better? I am here to make sure. Is Leslie? I thought I saw Leslie. Leslie's on here. Leslie started with the ultimate aloe. She loves it. I had somebody else today order 2 bottles of this. Why? Why? Because anything that you order from me right now is automatically 12% off. But I want you to be healthier, so I'm giving you 15% more off with a special code so that you can be better. Whether God is going to give you 50 more years, 20 more years, 10 more years, or if you're younger, maybe 40 or 50 more years, right? Wouldn't you like to know and feel your absolute best? And don't feel like you're just surviving life. I'm here for it. If you're not sure what to take, this is what I'm going to tell you. I have a health quiz, 60 seconds, less than a minute really, that you can take. And you can click on the problems you're having, and it will give you suggestions of what you need. But here's the best part. But you've got me. So I'm here to say, wait, hold up. I know it just gave you 6 things. Let's talk about the one thing you need first. And for me, I am always going to talk about what your body has been lacking for so long. And even if you've been the person who has been taking vitamins like me, all pill form, and not realizing I was not absorbing not even 15% of it, no wonder I could never say I felt different. But I can take this and I can heal my stomach with this and no more Prilosec. And when the rest of the world is going crazy with flu, I take my immune every day. Why wouldn't you want that for you and your family or your husband? And you don't even got to hold your nose. It tastes good. I'm not going to quit talking about this because this is only on special until the 7th. And I wish that I could be. Yeah, Leslie, make sure though, Leslie, get that code from me, babe. You order more of it. But babe, get the code from me because whatever you order, we can get you total 27% off. Okay. So make sure if you don't see it, I think I have it pinned in the comments, the code. But if you don't see it, you get it from me because this is the time not to pay full price for it, anyways. If you're watching this on replay, I need you to know something. It's meant for you to hear me. I know this has been an hour, but since when do I ever not talk for an hour? Let's get real. But I'm sorry. For the first time ever, I don't need people to tell me that I look healthier because I feel healthier. The weight that's come off has been not by me doing crazy things. 53, 54 pounds now. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look, but 2 more pounds. Yay! That's great, right? I know I feel better because I'm losing weight. I get that. That always makes you feel better when you take extra weight off. I'm not denying that. But the energy part, the stomach part, the brain clarity, the fact that I feel like that I could conquer the world on most days. That is not from just losing weight. Walking 4 miles? Are you kidding me? Playing with my grandson and running around the kitchen island? Are you kidding me? I was meant to walk into this journey with Market America. I was meant to first of all help myself because I'm a firm believer. I am now, but I wasn't before because I would help a million people and fall on the road after I helped them, right? It didn't matter. That's just who I've been. But I have figured out that I can be the proof that I can be better, feel better, take personal responsibility, make the decision that I am more important so that I can bring the proof to you. That is what I've done. So, I love you because I wouldn't be spending my evening at 7, 8 o'clock talking about supplements, but they're not just supplements to me. These products are saving my life, giving me quality of life back, keeping me healthy when the rest of the world is scared to death and they're angry with everybody who coughs their direction because they're so scared they're going to get sick and they're going to die. And I get it. But when you have the blessing of knowing your body's getting what it needs, it's not that you'll never get sick, but I can pretty much promise you won't get as sick as everybody else because you're giving your body what it needs to survive this crap. That's all I got tonight. I had more. This is all God gave me. This is what I'm doing. Hey, Tasha, just saw Tasha on there. Tasha get me like twice in one day. Said, I don't know if she can handle all that, really. Yeah. Tasha's another one. Product of the product, my friends. Product of the product. Girl is an anchor for me on most days. Most days. I'm going to share some pictures, if not tonight, tomorrow. I want you to see the difference in me. I want you to understand that it's not that I'm not taking other things with the company, but you have got to start at the beginning. You have got to start with your gut and your health first, because nothing else comes until you are feeling better, till you are feeling your best. And I'm here to help you with whatever you need. But I'm here to tell you, I have been the worst abuser of my body and my health of anybody for years. And I guess God knew this was coming. And he knew he was going to direct me here. And he knew that you needed to hear this from me. So, get on board, man. Let's get healthy together. 2026. They've given you 12% off. I'm giving you 15 more. 27% off. It don't get any better than this. Make yourself a priority. Jump on it, baby. Jump on it. Love you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll talk about a few other things, okay? Take care. Have a great evening.